Hey guys, let's get into this glam that I did for dinner. I've not done a detailed makeup look in a long time, so I thought why not? First things first, skin prep. I was going with my Beauty of Joseon sun cream. Next I go in with my e.l.f. Hydro Grip primer. I use the blue bottle. I've heard that the pink one is just as good. Oily, so matte primer is a must. I use the MAC Studio Fix one. I tried it once and I will never go back. This only goes in the places that I know that I get oily. Last but not least, my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. If I don't do all these steps before starting my makeup, I definitely see a difference. First product I go in with is the Denise Marix Blowing Balm. I am the shade 9.5. Is that I want a light makeup look, I can go in with this. But for today, I went in over it with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I am the shade Deep Amber. My first concealer, I go in with the KVD concealer in the shade 10117. This goes under my eyes, on top of my lip, and also on my chin. Essentially all the places that I want to highlight on my face. I am a beauty blender stan. I tried the brushes and it just didn't work for me. I know apparently beauty blenders take out most of your product, but the blend that I get from it is just insane. Like, look at that. This concealer is so good. In concealer, I go in with the NARS concealer in the shade Walnut, and this acts as my quote-unquote brightening concealer, even though it isn't that bright. The excess of this always goes on my forehead, and then I make sure to blend that in so I'm not looking crazy. We're gonna sculpt our face. I go in with my curve case in the shade Blend and Snatch. It's on my cheekbones, my temples, and also my chin. In the same curve case, I'm going in with this orange blush. Where's the SPF? As of recent, I've really been enjoying orange blush over pink blush. Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder in the shade Tan, going everywhere that I concealed my face. Using this pressed powder really gives me like an airbrush finish. Again, I tried it once and I never looked back. Now for my brows, I don't do too much on my brows. I use the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse, just fill in any gaps. Brows are tinted here, so I didn't want to look too harsh. Back to my under eye, I go in with my Laura Mercier loose powder in the shade Translucent Honey. Yes, I look like a jump scare right now, but trust the process. I love this powder because it goes on so smoothly, evenly as well, but this also goes wherever I concealed my face, my under eye, my upper lip, and my chin, because I look very ashy right now. Going in with my Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Deep Dark, and I use the lightest of the two shades, and this is essentially just to bring color back into my face. For powder blush, I use the Juvia's Place Volume 1 palette. I mix the pink and the orange shades together. I put the tiniest bit on my nose as well. Kind of toned down my under eye, I use my Morphe pressed powder. They don't even sell this anymore, but this shade is my skin tone. Just really helps bring everything together. Now for my eyelids, I'm using the Beauty Bay Rich 9 color eyeshadow palette. When I first put it on, I was like, do I like this? I thought, let me trust the process. This is the shade Shiraz, and I just used a Morphe brush to apply it. And for my inner eyelid, I went in with the shade Organza, just a lighter pink, just so my eyelid wasn't all one color. Then I used this eyeliner from Benefit all across my waterline. Then to make my bottom lashes stand out, I went in with my Beauty Bay High Key Volume Mascara. Guys, doing this step really makes a difference with how your eyes look. Now onto my lips. Always rub off any makeup that is already on my lips, using my trusty Morphe Trendsetter lip liner to line my lips. Me and this lip liner are two peas in a pod. I love her down. First gloss is the Fenty Heat in Hot Cherry. It's giving my lips a bit of a red tinge. Then I go in my NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee, that I can get that pinkness that I want. And my finishing gloss was my Fenty gloss in Fussy. Got onto NYX Butter Gloss in Lava Cake. This goes all around my lips and acts as a lip liner but in gloss form. Started doing this as well, I never looked back. To set my face, I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray again. Then I wait for her to dry down. And this is the finished look, guys. This look was a bit different for me. I never go with colour on my eyelid. Always something neutrally, browns and creams. But I really like this. Bye, guys.